Watch again this evening. We want to highlight Tyson Sexton and Parker Bell for Scottsboro. Parker will be wearing number 3 tonight, and both these guys, as we discussed, Parker Bell is really a machine. He could go for a triple-double tonight. If I were going to make a bold prediction, that would be a bold prediction. If somebody told me Scottsboro won, he will have a triple-double, something like that. He affects the game in that many ways. Tyson Sexton has got to score. He's got to get to his spots. He really can. He likes to get out in the open floor, really good in transition, and this game's got to be fast. Scottsboro has got to continuously press the issue. And so there you see Luke and Jonah that we talked about. What spots did you get Luke Smith in to get him shots? Where's he comfortable?
He was real comfortable for us in the high post because you can run stuff through him. He's got a really good 2-dribble game. He just keeps developing every time I see him, but he can really shoot the basketball. So I want to see if Robbie's incorporated some pick and pop with him and some of the guards, and he's going to have to be big for Plainview from here on out for them to repeat.
I would agree with that. And one key thing tonight, Jonah Williams, as you see him on the screen as well, free throws. That's a big issue tonight. Which team is going to get to that jump stop and be able to get to the free throw line? These 4 guys right here, they're going to have to score the bulk of their team's points. It is a more collective effort with Plainview. Scottsboro knows exactly who's going to shoot most of the balls, and then Seth Whitmire as well, one of the seniors that was on that Final Four team, will get some looks as well. But we're getting close to this thing, 3 minutes away, and Jason, we have a Birmingham officiating crew tonight. My boy Darren is here in the house, and then Jordan and Derek as well. So are the officials an issue tonight, Jason?
Not for me. I've never really put a lot of stock in officials, and I believed in going out and playing. And so, yeah, me and you took different paths when it comes to the officials. So that's kind of my take on it.
Well, everybody out there, excuse me, knows that I'm very pro-official. As you see, Darren, a great softball pitcher back in the day. We used to get some burn together.
Wow.
But we, officials can win or lose a game, and I was always nice to him. Big Joe Hyche always told me he wanted me to be nice to him, and they do have a hard job. And tonight, up and down game, it's early in the year for them. They've got to get in shape. Are you at all, Jason, worried about the officials tonight?
No, not at all.
Not at all.
I don't think it's that hard a job. If it's a foul, you call the foul. Anyway, I'm a little different when it comes to officials.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are going to grow to fall in love with Big Dub. As 2 celebrities in the house walking across, the Smallwood sisters from Susan Moore, 3A girls. They're thinking and hoping for a state championship. Almost won one last year. They won earlier this week. So, Jason, as far as 5A goes, we've got a big matchup coming up. We'll be back here December the 5th. For Coleman Ramsey.
Oh, wow.
Coleman will be number 1 in 6A probably, and Ramsey will probably be number 1 in 5A. That will also be here, brought to you by Hyche Hoops on WOTM. And, it just is going to keep getting better.
Another good one there.
And 5A, this Scottsboro team will have to go through Ramsey, so I'm anxious to see how they progress throughout the season. And we'll get into some of the smaller classes throughout the game, but folks, we are 1 minute away. 1 minute away from the battle at the lake between Scottsboro and Plainview. We will have our starting lineups tonight. We will take you through those. Jason, are you ready to go, my friend?
I'm ready, Bart.
Well, thanks for being my teammate. There's nobody I'd rather be analyzing basketball with. You know as much about it as anybody I've ever been around. I've said that for years. It's a shout out to my boy. But, hey, man, we love basketball. We're junkies, and we're getting ready to go. And there's Coach Jason Bell. There's Coach Robbie Coker. This is, it's about to get live in here, folks. Plainview will be in the white jerseys, as you see. Blue numbers, baby blue trim. God, those are some good-looking uniforms. And Robbie Coker giving some last-minute advice to his team before the starting lineups. As the lights are going to go out, folks, don't get scared. Not a power outage. We're going under the spotlights. Here we go.
Referees are in my way, Bart.
Folks, we're gonna go through these starting lineups real quick. Plainview will be Luke Smith. Excuse me, Scottsboro will be first. They will be the visitor on your scoreboard this evening. Starting a couple of sophomores tonight. Number 1, I saw him in practice the other day, Jason. This Tyler Shelton kid, he's grown about 3 or 4 inches. You see him number 12 there. He's a problem. Ethan Roberts is a blue guy, plays really hard, gets a lot of rebounds, plays great defense. How about this atmosphere, Jason?
I like it, Bart. You can tell they love basketball up here on this side of the mountain.
They absolutely do. Seth Whitmire is a huge leader for this team. He was a sophomore when they went to the Final Four 2 years ago in Birmingham. Seth will be a big key tonight, and there is Parker Bell just running through. He is the engine, and here's Tyson Sexton. He'll have to have a big night tonight in order for the Wildcats to prevail. They look ready to me.
Who's gonna hit who in the mouth first?
That's exactly what was going through my mind, partner. This is going to be a heavyweight. This is going to be a heavyweight 12-round bout, I think. For the Plainview Bears, Owen Wilburn getting the nod tonight. Plainview going a little bit smaller than they possibly could. And Landon White has the 6'6" junior, has really come a long way, Jason. Robbie wants him to even play faster and harder than he has, but he's a really, really good player. And here is the little engine for Plainview. I say little, he plays a lot bigger than he is. Dylan Gary, as his teammates call him, Heyman. Robbie Coker loves him, and he'll take over the duties at point guard for Cole Milliken, who was a huge loss last year. Jonah Williams, the spot shooter extraordinaire. He's never met open shot he didn't like, because a lot of times they go in. And here comes laid-back stash Luke Smith. Long, strong, and ready to get this game on, Jason Yarbrough. Get ready for a lot of jump stops, folks, and a lot of shots up-tempo. I don't know how you could like a game like this to start the season. What do we do to deserve this, partner?
I love it, Bart. Plainview, Scottsboro, get your popcorn ready.
Get it ready. And we got DJs in the house. We got music in the house. We'll be here till 10 o'clock tonight. You ought to come on by. $10 to get in. We are live and underway at Supreme Courts. Parker Bell with the ball over to Sexton. Sexton around the corner. He's going to pitch it over to Roberts. Roberts back to Sexton, over to Bell. Whitmire looking at the drive, Plainview in good defense. No shot clock in high school basketball. Maybe filling each other out a little bit early, huh, Jason?
Well, we're looking at Scottsboro at 5 out. Plainview looks aggressive defensively, creating the turnover right there.
Plainview looks long. There's Jonah Williams. We mentioned before the game, that's a good stroke. Plainview will look to push it. Owen Wilburn with offensive rebound. That's what he does, extra possession for Plainview.
That's a big thing tonight, Bart. Who's going to be on the offensive glass?
Rebounding, as we mentioned, a big strength for Scottsboro. They all rebound, and there's Sexton taking it from Luke Smith to start the game, and he blew the layup. But teammate, what a great play by Ethan Roberts coming down. Tyson Sexton got his feet a little messed up, probably thinking of dunking it, might not have been fresh and loose enough. 2-0 Plainview. Heyman over to Smith. Pitch it over to Wilburn. Jonah. Off 2 feet, good passing. Ooh, Luke Smith, nice move. Jason, what do you think?
Jump stop alert.
Jump stop alert. That sponsorship is open. Whoever wants it for our next games. That's a jump stop, ladies and gentlemen. Little shimmy to the left, then a transfer, one dribble jump stop. Bucket for Luke Smith. And there's that Plainview pressure, even on misses. Shelton pitches it over to his teammate Roberts, and then there's a block. High-level action early, 2-2, as you see on your screen. Out under so important, Jason. Extra points here. Let's see what Scottsboro runs. You got a little down screen, well defended, well guarded, well scouted by Robbie Coker.
Well scouted. They did the high switch right there. Led to a contested shot by Scottsboro.
Smith, the open floor. Heyman likes that shot, and he likes to take them early in the game and send a message. Did the same thing against Huntsville, and here's that Plainview pressure. Shelton, nice inside-out dribble. That's a charge, maybe? Absolutely. Had a bucket for Scottsboro, and how about that charge? You think Robbie Kosler teaches that and gets fired up when he sees that? Landon White, great take.
That's awesome, Mark. I expect a few more with this tempo.
If it stays fast, we will have that tempo and those charge takes. And here's the little weave action. Luke going right. Might have got hit. They're letting him play a little bit. Foul called on Plainview. First one of the evening. Plainview going to set up their man-to-man trapping pressure. They'll drop off and try to trap the first pass a lot. You can see the defenders up the line in front on the sidelines. That's a tough place to throw it in. Sexton, and they may have numbers here. Great pitch, great play. Great finish. Ethan Roberts crafty around the rim early. A couple of buckets for Scottsboro.
I like the tempo Scottsboro's playing with. They look fearless right now.
They look fearless, they look focused. Yet to see Parker Bell start getting off, and Tyson Sexton using his length and getting to the rack. Great finish, Jason, he came to play.
That's the second time, Bart, that he has jumped the ball screen right there. So that's something they definitely worked on in the half court.
They did.
In the scout.
Great scout by Jason Bell. They are jumping that ball screen, catch and shoot. Luke Smith, and there's Tyson Sexton going and snatching a rebound. Young kids out there. Tyson Sexton went and snatched that rebound. What's the difference in getting a rebound and snatching a rebound, Jason?
Well, I think it's a little more want to when you're snatching.
Absolutely, and this Scottsboro team takes it seriously. Rebounding the basketball is one of their biggest strengths. And we have Parker Bell over here, and Plainview's they're not gonna let the pressure stop. That's a side-out design play. I saw it the other day in Scottsboro. Hand back from the other end of the court. Plainview trying to extend the pressure now. A lot of length in Ben Chandler coming in the game for Plainview. Whitmire can score it down there. Great pitch out. Parker Bell's first look. He was ready to play. He had this one circled on his calendar when I asked him. Parker Bell, the floor general for three.
That was a really good kick out right there, Bart.
Jump ball screen.
That's the third one.
So that is the focus. 6A, jump 3A. Jason Bell, you see the game plan coming together early, and so far, Jason, it's working.
Yeah, all these dribble handoffs, ball screens, they look to be getting jumped by Scottsboro. You might counter that with a back screen or a back cut. We may see that moving forward.
May see it moving forward. There's another hand back claim. He does a lot. There's Heyman. He plays off 2 feet. Oh, how about that screen? Nice shot. Nice look from Chandler. No good. And here comes Scottsboro trying to run, and Parker got a little bit ahead of himself maybe. But right now, Scottsboro leading the charge. 9-5 Scottsboro. Score is reversed on your screen, but it's 9-5 Scottsboro. Plainview, Luke Smith. Pitches over in the corner. Chandler likes that corner. I like him taking that shot, though. He had just missed one. I don't mind him taking another one.
Well, he stepped into that one the correct way. They just hadn't dropped at this point.
Scottsboro is taking it to Plainview early. Luke Smith on the drive. Nice take. Nice finish by Luke. 11-7 Scottsboro up early as we see Jamison Gray, the 6'5 junior, bringing length coming in the game.
Yeah, we see some early substitutions right here, Bart. Both these teams probably going to stay committed to this up-tempo.
Those are the plays that Robbie Coker's talking about. He wants his team to go harder after those loose balls, and there is nobody guarding Ethan Roberts. You talk about X factors and guys that have to step up and make a difference. That is 6 points already for Ethan Roberts, and it's a 13-7 Scottsboro lead.
You got to communicate defensively, Bart. Looks like Plainview maybe in the sub patterns. We had a guy that didn't know where he was at. I expect that to change this next possession.
I expect that to change as well, as 13-7 Scottsboro. We will get that the score switched for you. And there's a long pass. That was probably scouted. Try to get out and run out of a timeout. But, you got to be impressed with Coach Jason Bell so far, don't you? I mean, great game plan.
I think so, Bart. Really like the approach to the jumping the dribble handoffs and the ball screens, because that Plainview does a lot of that in the half court.
No media timeouts here today. We're going to let them play right through because we want to bring you basketball. Flex action, back door. It was there. Tough pass by Gary Heyman. Here comes Whitmore. Nice hesitation. Dribble, and he finishes. And Robbie Coker is going to have to take a timeout. We are going to take a timeout as well, and we will be back shortly. You are watching Hyche Hoops. We are back right out of the timeout, and here is Plainview down 8. Had to call a timeout early. Luke Smith, and they're just going one-on-one to Luke now. He's got an advantage pretty much on anybody that he guards, or that's guarding him. And there's a kick ball, but Luke Smith attacking, going right from the top, Jason.
When Luke gets downhill, he's hard to handle. I think they've noticed that may be the route right now. They've had a couple 3 balls that didn't drop, so we may see some Luke going to the basket.
Devon Walker off the bench. He's a great defender. He'll try to get into Dylan Heyman. And that's the Luke Smith show for Plainview right now. 17-12. Scottsboro ahead instead of Plainview. Try to get that fixed for you guys, folks. On the sideline now, Plainview turnover. Here's what we talked about, Jason. When Scottsboro turns it over, how quickly can they get back into their setting, in their system, and not give up those big runs, those haymakers, as Ricky Austin calls them, turnovers and threes?
You got to settle back in right here defensively. Everything was swinging in their favor. Luke's made a heck of a run right here offensively. So just got to settle in and play deep.
Ty Griggs coming in off the bench, and there's the shooter. Jonah a little off balance that time. Great contest by Parker Bell.
Parker Bell's everywhere tonight.
That is Tyson Sexton's game in between. We talked about it. He likes to get you going backwards and then just rise up with a little fader. Hard to stop. 19-12 Scottsboro. Great jump stop. Jump stop alert. Missed by Jonah Williams.
I expect those shots from Jonah and the other shooters from Plainview to go in more consistently as the game progresses.
I would agree, and just kind of settling in. Scottsboro, you mentioned it, Jason. Scottsboro came in and they punched in the mouth.
They punched first.
They absolutely punched first. Plainview doing enough to hang around, if you will. Nice set out of the timeout. Out under. There's Walker up to Whitmire. Whitmire, the glue for this Scottsboro team. It's a 3-year starter. Walker back to Bell, guarded by Griggs. There's Sexton. He can make that one, folks. They're on fire right now. They've got to be shooting 65-70% from the field.
Every bit of it. You eliminate their turnovers in transition, they may be up 20.
Scottsboro up 10, wide open look for Luke Smith. Big shot right there. Cuts the Scottsboro lead 2-7. And here comes Parker Bell. This is his game. Nice jump stop. This is a heat check right here, Jason Yarbrough. Tyson Sexton, where you been, young fella?
Lots of 3 balls dropping.
High scoring first quarter. Scottsboro's got 25 points in the fourth quarter. Coach Robbie Coker can't be happy with his team's defensive performance. And then Parker Bell lining one up as well. He makes the three. 13-point lead. The score's wrong on your screen, guys. Scottsboro is ahead by 13. 41 seconds to go in this first quarter. We'll get our clock malfunction fixed, guys. Just listen to Bart Hyche. He'll keep it straight. How about that hustle? Tyson Sexton. Luke Smith is all that's going right for Plainview right now. Luke Smith trying to take it over by himself. That's a big rebound for Scottsboro there. Jamison Gray, big rebound. All right, up 11 right here. If I'm Scottsboro, I'm taking this down to the wire right here, going up 11 at the end of the first quarter, right?
It's got to be your shot. Your shot and your shot only right here if you're Scottsboro. Everything's went their way so far this quarter. Luke Smith's had a big quarter for Plainview to keep them in it.
And we'll talk about that later. Here comes Sexton. He's going to bring it back to take some time. What a great, smart play by Sexton. And he's just going to rise up and try to make another one, Jason. He almost did. Good block out. And then Scottsboro gets it in. He got a chance to make one. Great defense by Heyman there.
Wow, great shot contest.
And folks, at the end of one. Not Plainview. Don't pay attention to that score. It's Scottsboro 28, Plainview 17. Hyche's Hoops will be back in. Hyche's Hints brought to you tonight by Mossy Oak Nature Golf. MossyOakGolf.com over in northeast Mississippi. For Scottsboro, we've already seen it. Got to dominate the glass. That's kind of been back and forth so far. Keep an eye on that. They have limited the runs through ball security. Plainview has not gotten off on the turnovers, and transition has been king. They've really gotten whatever they wanted to score 28 points and be ahead by 11. For Plainview, right now, you kind of see Robbie's not going as deep in his bench. They got to stay fresh. That was a problem the other night, and this game is fast-paced. The closer they get, they are attacking around the rim. Got to score at the rim, but trust the system. Trust that your system, how you play so fast, the shot-making capability, that will come through in the end. Hyche's Hints brought to you by Mossy Oak Nature Golf. We are back live. As now Scottsboro showing a little zone look, looks like, Jason, a little 2-3. Wow, Landon White does it finish. Look at this pass by Parker Bell. My goodness, jump shot alert.
Love that. The awareness of Bell to get the ball out, knowing the personnel he had in Sexton. He just threw it up, let Tyson go get it. Tyson did his job with a jump stop.
KYP, know your personnel. And Scottsboro's the aggressor right now. They're just playing harder, playing faster, and things are going right. What a pass right there to Roberts, who's been great. Great move there. The interior by Gray. Scottsboro they're really skilled, Jason. They can pass and dribble.
Well, them sharing the ball, it's moving. They're picking and choosing their spots in transition, but their aggression right now is really the difference.
Luke Smith grabbing a breath. This is one-on-one basketball now. Luke Smith just is a problem right now with the ball in his hands. Here comes Parker Bell again. Plainview's a little bit tired right now, Jason. Look at that.
They really are.
Luke's got to
manage that. Yeah, the depth is not there right now. So what you got to do, you got to play through it, find your second win, and move forward.
Well, they really miss Levi Brown. You could see him in that shot over in the boot. He is a key cog to this team. He's played for the last 2 years. And you see Robbie now understanding that, bringing a couple of guys back in, Ty Griggs, and we will see. And I like this move, Jason, bringing in Caleb Kleins, bringing in some length to try to affect the game. Give your two bigs a break. Well, actually, he's only going to give Landon a break. Luke Smith, the senior, is going to have to play through it. Do you like that?
I think you got to let Luke go right here. He's really the only guy putting points up for you right now. I expect that to change, but Luke is really carrying the load right now.
He is carrying the load. Update you on the score. It is reversed. Scottsboro is up 12 on Plainview, not down 12. It's 31-19 Scottsboro. There's Luke Smith. A little bit too far out on that post up, don't you think, Jason? Got to catch it a little bit deeper. He's got the ball in his hands a lot, though. Heyman to Smith. Great drive. Great jump stop. Tired shot. And here comes Whitmire. Nobody stopped his dribble. Parker Bell. Great gap dribble over to Roberts, who's been super impressive tonight. Shot fake, get the puppy set, get it 2 feet. Ethan Roberts with 9 points already.
He's playing with a lot of confidence for a sophomore, Bart.
That's what Scottsboro does. That rebound just meant more. And Roberts just going to take it on in. Good defense by Heyman. That's twice he's gone straight up and used his strength. Luke Smith with the miss. Here comes Bell. Don't have and here we go. We got our score fixed now. Folks, that's the correct update. Thanks to our guys. We're all, I know that our first game, you're going to give us a little leeway here, and we got it fixed now. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Jake. We'll mention all our crew. So gracious to come in here and set this stuff up for us. I can't tell you guys just how great it is to work with Eagle Productions. So Parker Bell doesn't like missing free throws. You don't see that very much.
I would not expect so, Bart. Really good shooting for him.
We can unjinx him. You know how people like to jinx you sometimes? We just unjinxed him. I like that.
I like it.
I feel pretty good about it. I'm so impressed with Ethan Roberts, who's guarding the ball right now on Heyman. He has just really been the energizer. Look at that, get over that ball screen. They're going over the ball screens on Plainview. And Jonah Williams there didn't get to 2 feet.
Yeah, Ethan Roberts right now is just playing with a supreme level of confidence. He's definitely pitching in.
There's the sophomore, good-looking stroke. I like the confidence right there of Sexton to pitch it ahead to Shelton. Get the young guy a look. Scottsboro is pretty much just having their way right now, though, in this basketball game. Up 16, as you can see. That needs to go in for Plainview. Jonah a little short. And Scottsboro just getting out and running. Hyche, oh.
Look good from here.
Look really good from our angle.
Yeah, Roberts did not hesitate on that three ball up there. He was betting the farm on it.
Scottsboro with some swag, up 16. 4.5 to go. We'll keep it right here during this timeout. It's actually going to be, we got a little ice baby right now. That's kind of Plainview. As we see Denton Johnson in the house tonight coming in. We would like to thank our sponsors, guys. Mossy Oak Golf Club in Northeast Mississippi. I'm a member at Old Waverly. I had to throw the Waverly in there, but Mossy Oak is a public golf course that people they really don't know a whole lot about. Mossy Oak is a highly recommended, world-class public golf course that follows the natural contours of beautiful North Mississippi landscape and preserves the local habitat. Go to www.mossyoakgolf.com and check out tee times and also lodging as well. Randy Jones and Associates, right here locally. We will actually be joined by Jason Simpson at halftime in about 4.5 minutes is the plan. I haven't seen Jason, and it's packed in here, but we will try to bring that to you. If not, we will continue to talk about them as much as possible. Thanks for the local talent, local flavor, taking care of us. And, of course, HycheHoops.com coming Sunday night. Scottsboro out of the timeout. Almost a turnover. Smart play by Jonah.
Yeah, throw it to your end.
And they have to start from the other end. He probably was looking for a teammate.
Well,
get it. But
here's something I expect Bart moving forward here, especially to close this quarter. Plainview is a master of the 10 to 14-point run. They really need to put one together right here to get back in this game.
they really do. 4 minutes to go. That's a great call, partner. How many times, get a layup here, get a steal, make a three. You got to somehow cut it in half. Is that a fair assessment? Cut it in half, get it under 10?
Very fair. I think sometimes you just got to see one going through. I think Jonah needs to go find him one. Find the foul line. Find a pull-up.
Yes, free throw.
Because he's automatic from the foul line. So let's see if he goes that right now.
Yeah, and a lot of times, Plainview, as you see Robbie Coker, it will probably be pretty intense at halftime in the Bear locker room. But right now, you just got to give the credit to Scottsboro. They have come out and just really dominated this basketball game as we are halfway through the second quarter. One thing you'll notice in Scottsboro, when they guard their defenders, they force them all to their weak hand. That's something I noticed, and they're very serious about it. And you see it's giving Plainview a little bit of problem. Right dribble driving. Here comes Smith. He loves going right. That's a tough shot right there. There's Parker Bell. And look at Tyson Sexton and Landon White on the floor. You think it means something, folks?
Both these teams are playing with a great effort. Scottsboro.
Great skip.
Very impressive.
Jonah Williams can't buy one tonight. But you got to keep shooting as a shooter. I've had nights like that. You never really had a lot of bad shooting nights. You didn't miss a lot of shots.
I won't answer that one.
Well, I will. And the thing is, Scottsboro not afraid to even throw it into this deep corner. They trust their ball handling. That's a wide open look for Parker Bell. He's not going to miss that. It's a 19-point Scottsboro lead, folks.
The difference is definitely the three-point shooting block.
And that's a settle there for Luke Smith. A little fatigued, and Tyson Sexton looks like he just got out here. Whitmer, that's a charge.
Another charge by Plainview. That's two.
That is two. Charge alert, charge alert. We like kids that take charges, most coaches do. Ty Griggs. Dad Luke. Girls basketball coach at Plainview, big things expected out of them. And even Robbie Coker now, under 3 minutes, trying to sub guys, trying to find something in these last couple of minutes that will get them going. I like this lineup here. You got four shooters on the floor with the big that can go the offensive rebound. You'll see some weave action, maybe see a back cut coming somewhere. But this is the guy. Jonah Williams has got to get going. There it is to Luke. How about that length? Plainview hammering that right side. Here comes Heyman. We talked about Plainview being able to score close to the basket. Hadn't really happened yet. The floater from Williams. See, I like him to jump stop right there. And he settled for a couple of those floaters. It's early in the year, though.
He's got to see one of those go in.
He does. If he sees one go in, folks, we weren't lying to you about him being one of the best shooters in the state. It's a tough start for him so far. This guy's not afraid to take a big shot. But most of these shots they're missing are short, Jason. That shows to me that their legs are tired from the other night. We thought it might help Scottsboro, but Plainview may be a little tired playing a 7-18. And those guys playing that many minutes.
Fatigue's definitely playing a factor right now. I expect Plainview to get their second win and make a run.
Good block right there.
Still competing.
They are still competing. I would 100% agree with that. And this one will probably go in. He was a little off balance, but he saw it. Catch and shoot. Great pass. How about Heyman, the confidence to keep pitching it to your teammate?
You got to keep pitching it to him. He's made way too many.
Might have had a little goaltend there. No call. Griggs takes a quick shot. Smith out to Heyman. That would be a big one. The officials are letting him play, and I like it, Jason. 1 minute to go. Sophomore. Tough shot there for Shelton. Neither team in the bonus. Officials letting them play. Do you like how the game's being officiated, Jason?
Well, I think that the ref right there, he made that call because he needed a break.
Possibly so.
It's very, very up tempo, and I'm sure it's not
early in the
easy.
year.
That's right. Gotta get your second win, ref.
Get it? I like it. I like it.
Got to gas up at
Come on, D.
halftime.
Come on, D. All right, here goes Plainview. 52 seconds left. Do you try to score here? I guess you got to score as quick as you can. There's another trying to jump those ball screens. It's crazy. And they are just, look at that hustle. Look at this hustle. How about that by Wilburn? Just, how great is that?
If you're not ready to get on the floor in this game, you're not playing.
You ain't getting minutes if you're not ready to get on the floor. It'll be a
awesome.
30-second timeout here. I'd like to speak to Randy Jones and Associates real quick. Randy Jones and Associates has been serving the community for 44 years. Auto, life, and business coverage for your specific needs. RJA will find the best offers from multiple carriers, which means the lowest price for you. Call Jason Simpson today at 256-878-3271 for an insurance policy review and a free no-obligation quote today. Randy Jones and Associates, Albertville, Gunnersville area. And hopefully we get to speak to Jason because his daughter is actually she's one of the young kids that I've worked with here at Supreme Courts. And just from a parent standpoint, what does it mean to have these little kids want to come up here all the time and get better? And Jonathan Hyde is building an army of young women that in a few years are going to be a lot to deal with. You already see what Gunnersville's doing, Olivia Vandergriff and her teammates. So there's a set for Jonah Williams here. 24 seconds left in the first half.
That was very well played by the Scottsboro D because I think he was wanting to shoot that one.
That's a really big shot by Landon White. They left him open. He made them pay. Here goes Sexton looking. And you see him look up at the clock. Saw he had enough time. He didn't finish. This could be a big possession. A three here. You get it down to 10. Desperation. No. So, folks, the Plainview Bears down as much as 19. Cut it to 13 as you see them going into the locker room. Scottsboro, number 2 in 5A with the big lead at the half. We're going to step away real quick and we'll come back with our halftime report. You are watching Hyche Hoops on WOTM.
Get more this fall in Sylacauga with the power of 3. Tony Sarah Ford, Sarah Honda, and Sarah Nissan. The time to buy is now, with more value and selection.
Long before we became a new car dealer, we were a used car dealer, and we know used cars better than anyone. Sarah has hard-to-find inventory arriving daily from around the country, with over 1,200 pre-owned cars and trucks to choose from.
Tony Sarah Ford, Sarah Honda, and Sarah Nissan of Sylacauga, serving Alabama since 1981.
Hello, folks. Bart Hyche back here at halftime with Scottsboro leading 38-25. I have a very special guest with me, Jonathan Hyde, the brainchild of this whole deal. This is his facility. He basically lives here all the time. But what does it mean for the community? What does it mean to you? Just give me what's on your heart right now, man, because what you've done is absolutely awesome.
This is unbelievable for me, to all the hard work and time that myself and staff has put in to have these two incredible teams playing in Supreme Courts. It's unbelievable. Like, I get chill bumps thinking about it. I mean, these are two teams that we all think can be in Birmingham
100%. Competing
for a state championship, and to have this here is just really unbelievable.
You know, and people don't realize there's so much preparation that goes into it. This doesn't just come overnight. I mean, there's so many people. You can't go down a list because there's so many that you got to thank. But, like, you know, how did it come together? You know, when did the vision start? You know, I was in the car with you when we got the commitment with Jason Bell.
5 innings blowing the horn. Yeah, it was great.
We're going down the road now, and Hyde's like, we almost have a wreck because he's so fired up and pumped up.
Well, we knew that this was the one we wanted.
Absolutely.
And for it to really happen, it was great. And, I mean, for everything you've done, everything Jake's done, you know, McFry, you know, the staff, I mean, it's just everybody has put a ton of time into this. And to see it happen and be here is just so unbelievable. And so it's so great for basketball.
100%.
I mean, as being a basketball guy, to have this environment for a game is just it's kind of it blows me away.
It's humbling. It's almost like, is it a dream? You know, I mean, this is the dream, though. Was this what you envisioned? Did you envision it getting to this point?
I mean, you dream of obviously having this, but really and truly, it's like the lottery dream.
It is.
You know, really and truly, I never imagined I'd be sitting here doing this interview with you, watching Plainview in Scottsboro with a packed house in our facility. So, I mean, it was one of those, like, pipe dreams, but here we are, and it's just, I look around, and all I can do is smile. Like, I keep looking around, I see so many ball guys and coaches and guys that just love it, and, like, I want to start the game over and play 2 or 3 tonight. You know, let's play 2.
Well, we can't thank you enough for having us here. All right, so let's talk a little bit about what you saw in the first half. Are you surprised? I somewhat thought that Scottsboro would come out, punch in the mouth, and play well. I didn't know if they would play this well. What are you seeing in this game so far?
Scottsboro is shooting the cover. I mean, they're shooting it well. Playing
70%.
Yeah, I mean, playing hard. We all knew they was going to play really hard. You know, Luke Smith is keeping Plainview, you know, in the game. And Jonah finally got a shot to fall late. But, you know, I think that Plainview makes a few shots. But, I mean, Scottsboro, and they're dogs, man.
They are dogs. And people kind of slept on them a little bit,
for sure.
I really
do. I mean, walking into the gym, if you don't really know them, they don't look the part. But they battle. But so does Plainview. You know, they're not. I don't know the percentage Plainview shooting. It's definitely not as high as Scottsboro right now. I think second half, still look forward to a great game, more shots to fall, and you know, hopefully for ball's sake, coming down to the very end to close the gap and have a great game. You know, I'd like to see a buzzer beater on either side.
Oh,
and I'd be the cap. I mean, I'll sleep for 2 days.
I know. But it'll be interesting to see how Robbie comes out. That this Plainview team will come out and hit folks in the mouth. So real quick, you got about 30 seconds left. Tell me how excited you are about the next game that's coming and when it is.
Coleman and Ramsey. Wow.
Number 168, number 158.
Wow. That's looking forward to it. I can't wait. That's going to be an unbelievable matchup, just like this one. I'm pumped for it. So overall pumped for the season. I mean, here we are.
Me too.
Here we are. I can't believe it.
We talked about it so many times.
Sure.
Like, so is Hyche going to be invited back to do that
game? Hyche always welcome in the building, 24/7 for sure. But before we get off there, I want to thank Coach Bell and Coach Coker for believing in our vision to make this happen.
Absolutely.
And both agreed to play this neutral site in this unbelievable atmosphere. And I want to give a shout out to them. I appreciate it, guys.
Absolutely.
Thanks for giving this only can grow the game of basketball, not only in North Alabama but the state.
Absolutely, man.
Appreciate you and everything you've done.
Well, hey, man, we appreciate you, and this couldn't be better. Everybody, if you didn't know about Supreme Court, you should have, and if you didn't, you do now. Jonathan Hyde joining us, and we will get back to our action after this break. You are watching Hyche Hoops on WOTM. We all good, Jake? Folks, we're about ready to get started again with this second half. Plainview coming out. Robbie Coker shot the basketball, huh, Jason?
I wouldn't think so. Just didn't get them to drop in the first half, Bart. A lot of Scottsboroughs did. So let's see. I think the first 3 or 4 minutes of this quarter will determine how this thing's going to come down to the wire.
Tyson Sexton, Parker Bell. And now we have a lot of weave action going on. We didn't see a lot of that in the first half. Extra pass right there. Sexton coming right out of the gate. Big miss, and there's Scottsboro on the boards again. Offensive rebound, second chance opportunity, Jason.
Yeah, and they're coming out, and that leads to a basket right there by Bell. So, Plainview needs to definitely eliminate that moving forward.
They do, and Scottsboro is just pressing all the right buttons right now, and they are continuing to be the aggressor. Plainview playing on the right side of the floor a lot tonight, Jason, I've noticed. And Scottsboro's kind of overplaying that way, always in those passing lanes and contesting shots. There's Luke going left. I'd like to see them down here on this block. I'd love to see them try to post some. Good take right there now. Owen Wilburn with the 2.
I thought Plainview was very patient right there on that possession. And it paid off with a nice driving layup.
Parker Bell. If I'm Scottsboro, I'm going to take my time too a little bit here, Jason. 13-point lead, run 20, 30 seconds, very similar as to football. Running down the play clock. Sexton.
When everything's going your way like it is for Scottsboro, it's hard to not stay on the attack. So I do agree with you, and right now I think Scottsboro is just going to keep it turned up.
Well, here's where they're at their best, and there you see it, and that's an and one right there. It's about to be back to a 15-16-point lead. What a pass. Great two-man execution. Jason, explain to people why getting wide like that is so important on a 2-on-1 break.
You have to make that defender commit. You put him in a blender, so to speak. So, if you're too tight, he can guard both of you. So, staying wide, let your partner develop down the other side and make that guy make a decision.
Absolutely. I was kidding with Darren earlier. Some folks may have heard it, our official, about I told him what you said, and he said he would do better in the second half.
All right. So, good
deal. Maybe all the officials needed was for you just to pay them a little attention, Jason. Goodness gracious. So. Pay these guys attention. No. Come on.
I'll try not to moving forward.
16-point lead here at the Lake in Gunnersville. Oh, and that's a easy get the ball in, and now you've got numbers again. How about that finish by Parker Bell?
One thing to look at right here, you got Parker Bell that is could be considered your point guard. Definitely one of your top 3 guards, but he's catching the ball late.
He is catching it very late. I like that point. 100%.
And I'm sure that's by design.
It's one of those turnovers. Wow. And a little testy. Just hard fought play. Parker Bell and Jonah Williams got tied up. Good look at Jonah Wilson. Look at this right here. There's Heyman. Luke Smith getting downhill. Nice look. Finished by White. Heyman getting to his left. Tough, strong move. Couldn't finish. It's point blank.
That one's got to go.
That one does have to go. Those are the type of buckets that when you're down 16, you can't afford to not get in the basket. There's that out of bounds play. Well, you ran it a couple times in high school, didn't you, Dub? That's a block. That's a good call. You like that call?
7 or 8 times a game.
I think there was some leaning going on there. I have to agree with the official, as I know you probably won't. So do you just look to not like agree with the call?
I'll move on.
Keep it moving?
Keep it moving.
My teammate, Big Dub, ladies and gentlemen. There's only one. Luke Smith.
Yeah, he needed to see that one go in, too.
He's probably approaching around 20. He's probably got 18 points. Our stats are not live tonight. We'll have that next time. Look at those blockouts right there. But Luke Smith has really been the offense for Plainview. But the press break, Jason, I agree. Parker Bell catching it late or Tyson Sexton catching it late. That's what they're doing. And then they're attacking off of it. And hitting those sidelines, that's a confident shot. Oh, that's a push, yeah. 15-point lead. Hyche Hoops. We'll be broadcasting all year, folks. Email us at hychehoops@gmail.com if you want us to come to your school, your community. But you got to play good basketball. Great hands by Landon White.
Really good hustle right there. They needed that turnover. Got to get some points out of it, though.
You can. Good defense there.
Number 12 is there. Definitely on the charge.
Tyler Shelton, he's played well tonight for a sophomore. We talked grew 3 inches. And WOTM, looks like we got a congregation of people. Let's talk to Big Vince. Congregation of people on YouTube watching.
All right.
Try us in on YouTube this evening. That's a tough shot right there. And tonight, that's kind of been the story so far tonight for Ethan Roberts. He has been the X factor for sure. 12 points. Even those shots are going in.
He's been great. He's been all over the floor. He's made shots. Even the ones he's missing.
Jump. How about that? Jump stop alert. Tyson Sexton, jump stop alert.
Jump stops tend to lead to baskets, Bart.
It's just like Top Gun, man. You hit the brakes and they fly right by. That's a good take by Heyman. Jump stop, get to the line. Land on 2 feet out there, kids. Watch this right here. Here he comes. Hit the brakes, they fly right by. Just like Top Gun. Doesn't matter if it's in the 80s or in 2022. Hit the brakes and they fly right by. All right, so if you're Robbie Coker right now, Jason, from a tempo standpoint, from a personnel standpoint, what do you do?
You got to start hoping that Scottsboro misses some shots, because I really think that they're going to keep being aggressive offensively. I just think that's their nature as a team.
They've played harder, and look at this run of the floor by Parker Bell. They just wanted that whole possession, that entire possession. It's a 20-point lead for 5A Scottsboro over Plainview.
Really good ball movement.
Scottsboro is really getting into Luke Smith. Nice pass. Big shot miss. Good pass by Fraley. 3 wouldn't connect. And Whitmire has just been solid. Hadn't made any mistakes, has guarded. Look at Parker Bell. Maybe a little too fancy. Probably could have taken it up. Jonah's got to pull that one.
Got to pull that one.
especially down.
Jump stop foul. Well, I want to point out, Bart, Ethan Roberts, Seth Widmeyer, they've been outstanding, and they've really. I mean, everybody talks about Parker Bell and Tyson Sexton, but these guys, like you said, have been the X factor.
We will be joined at the end of the game by the winning coach, and our choice for player of the game. I think Ethan Roberts right now is definitely in that mix.
He's in the mix,
and we'll see how the game ends. But right now, the lead is 20. Scottsboro has been so good against the pressure, and I think some of that's playing 5A, playing 6A last year. They see a lot of pressure. Look at Whitmire just playing big boy basketball. That's Dub style. Big Dub, what do you think about Big Seth?
He said, "Come on out here in the driveway with me, and I'm gonna put you through it." That's what he said, and that's what I saw.
Torture chamber right here. Look at him. Just the entire the toughness to dribble all the way down and say, you know what, I like my matchup. I'll get to my jump stop and I'll go through you, and letting his defender know about it. Seth Whitmore, the maybe unsung senior a little bit. He's been in this program for a long time, and I saw something different, Jason. Not that it wasn't the same at Plainview, but I saw a hunger out of Jason Bell's team in Scottsboro when I was up there. And I remember when we did the team interviews here this summer with Supreme Courts. I mentioned that Parker and Tyson and Jason Bell were in the room in there, and I asked them, I said, what day is that game? And before I even got out of my mouth, Parker Bell said November 10th, 7 o'clock, Supreme Courts. So they've had this game circled, and this is Plainview doesn't really have to make any more statements. I think everybody knows who they are and what their pedigree is. This is a statement tonight for Scottsboro, is it not? Scottsboro
came out and physically has beaten a better team than most.
I would agree.
Plainview's been at the top of the mountain for a long time. Scottsboro is doing their thing tonight. They're imposing their will. Prime example of that last possession.
It's exactly exposing their will. And so look at Coach Bell switching up his defense again, now going to some 1-2-2 pressure. Not staying it very long if that keeps happening. All right, so it's just a basic throw-in handback in the second half, and throw it up to your best athlete. That's a foul. That's a good call. It's a good call there.
Yeah, I think Robbie's trying to mix it up right here, really turning the pressure up, so to speak. He definitely needs a run right here to close this quarter.
They do, as you see Luke Smith on the attack on that highlight, and here comes Walker. I don't like that pass, KYP. There's a guy that ain't afraid to shoot it. I like the shot, though. And there's another offensive rebound. Offensive rebounding tonight for Scottsboro has been a key. We talked about it in the open.
Yeah, they've got so many 50-50 balls. There's your flare screen right there.
It's a flare screen. It had the post. A little miscommunication between Roberts and Sexton.
Little bounce pass to the post right there.
Little left-handed pitch.
Yeah, can't throw an air pass to the post.
I didn't figure that out till I got to college, and it took me 2-3 years to figure that part out.
Oh, goodness.
You were a great post feeder. You can't speak to that. Look at the offside guard there by Whitmore, the great scout trying to force Luke Smith left. Watch when Luke catches it here. Scottsboro with active hands forcing the turnover. On the floor, somebody. Heyman. Jonah Williams, he's really good shooting it going left, but he's a little off balance again. See if he gets another one. Extra pass. Tough with the ball is Heyman.
Nice drop.
Hook, good call. Official. Jordan Wright on it. This Birmingham crew's done a great job. And maybe they don't care what you think. How about that? Heyman.
I wouldn't blame him.
So we have a backcourt violation here. And it'll be Scottsboro ball. And Robbie Coker is going crazy. We had that angle, though. Oh, look at this handback. I saw him work on that the other day. How about the finish by Parker
Bell's a player.
He is a player, man. Somebody recruit this kid. He can shoot it. He can play. Jump stop by Heyman. Smith with a nice shimmy. You saw the fake. Nice little rondo turnaround. That's D1.
That's the move he went to time and time again this summer.
Robbie Coker's got to be careful right here, Jason. Got to be careful right here. You see Heyman. And the fine Luke Smith with the shimmy there. Scottsboro with the ball, being very patient. Oh, that's just a really bad pass. That'll get you. That'll get the horn sounding probably. Yep. And here comes Tyson Sexton back in. I like how Coach Bell, up 18 or 20, was trying to rest Tyson Sexton, though. He got about 2 minutes out of it.
Yeah. That was a quick hook.
Yeah, the one thing Jason Bell harped on the other day was turning the basketball over in this game, and that these guys couldn't do that. That's a big basket right there. Good pass, good hands, actually, by Landon White to get the finish. Chance to cut the lead to 15.
Yeah, White needed that finish right there. He had missed a couple of easy ones early.
Good hands. Good hands, body control. Got back to 2 feet. We're not going to stop talking about playing off 2 feet. We're not.
Well, we shouldn't.
We should not. Good look at the 6'6" junior. Landon interior of that magnitude. I mean, he's long.
He allows Luke to play more of a perimeter-based big, so to speak. We've seen what he can do with the ball in his hands and how he can attack.
Look at those handles by Tyson Sexton. Nice pass.
Jump stop.
Good jump stop take inside by Gray. Missed it. And a foul call on Plainview. Foul's not really that big of an issue in this game. The referees have let them play. That Birmingham Association ready for physicality tonight. Ball into Whitmore. Over to Roberts.
All right, it's 56 seconds right here, Bart. How patient are we? 15-point lead.
I don't want to go in up in less than 12. I'm running two animals right here. I'm going cat and mouse. And anybody that knows me knows how I love the cat and mouse. A block. So now, Jason, interesting point of emphasis. That is the 6th team foul on Plainview, which means it is 1-1 the rest of the way for Scottsboro. I am just driving to the basket constantly the rest of the game, driving and pitching.
Well, everything they've done so far leads me to believe they'll keep playing aggressive. And I would assume they have good free throw shooting.
Just a really bad pass. The flex cut wasn't there. That's a basket probably by Luke Smith. Oh, he overshot it a little bit. Got a little bit off balance. Plainview now pressing on the misses. Parker Bell, he's got numbers. So aggressive. Had Tyson Sexton in the corner for an open look. Parker Bell was trying to get the foul drawn. It's his second foul. Can't afford to have him in foul trouble. And so Coach Bell here going to rest Parker Bell. Going to get him an extra, what? You're big on this. How much extra time is he going to get right here?
He's going to get about 5 minutes.
With a foul would be huge.
Everybody's seeing 22 seconds. I'm seeing 5 minutes.
100%. Blowing a foul, something happening. But either way, you're getting some extra time. There's Luke Smith. Sexton might have got hit. He's out of bounds. Here come one of those runs, maybe, Jason. Plainview has a chance to cut this thing to 10. What do you think the chances Robbie Coker runs something for a three-pointer right here?
I think it's going to be the step in for Jonah all day right here. Of some sort. The ref changed the ball location, so.
Down screen, bottom screen.
Flare
for Heyman. There he is. 3-point basket. You have a 10-point game. What a big shot. This thing is down to 10, folks. We are going to have a fired-up crowd in a big-time fourth quarter coming your way. Hyche Hoops on WOTM. Heyman.
big shot.
With the three. It's a 10-point game, folks. Closest Plainview's been in a while. We'll be right back.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Alabama, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
As you can see, it's live and wild up in here in Guntersville at Supreme Courts. We got a 10-point game on our hands, folks. It was 20 most of that third quarter in Plainview, as we talked about, went on one of those runs. They've got it down to 10 now. They have to have one or two more if they want to close this thing out, come from down 20, and try to win this game.
That run definitely helped right there, Bart. I'm not surprised. They're very capable. Let's see if they can dig deep and get another one right here.
I would expect this thing to get pretty physical in the fourth quarter, Jason.
I would expect so, too.
Hey.
Big time move.
It needs no other analysis. He's really good getting. Luke Smith is really good getting back over that right shoulder for the fadeaway going left. Turnover. It's an 8-point game. This is what happened last year. This is what we talked about in the Coleman game. A couple of turnovers. Scottsboro got out of their game. Plainview plays the same way. This thing has gone from 20 to 8 in about 2 minutes.
Well, just think how tides can turn in basketball. Plainview was tired early. They seem to got their second win.
They got their second win. It's a 6-point game, folks, and there's another turnover. Time out, Scottsboro. The energy in this place. Luke Smith just having his way, Jason.
He's had an excellent night. He's kept them in it, quite honest, early. I think we counted 16 of the first 19.
I mean, where did the lead go? What happened?
Went to Rainsville. A little Rainsville magic.
But the thing is, that's what you can do. We played this way. You know, we played a lot of pressing back in the day, and we always knew we weren't ever down 20, I don't think. But at the same time, you just keep trusting your system.
Well, you know? like you said in your Hyche's hints, I mean, trust the system. And here you go.
Mossy Oak Golf.com, one of our sponsors. George Bryan, the founder, Brian Fuge used to be, said nature's golf is felt the moment a golfer enters the clubhouse and steps onto the golf course. George Bryan, Mossy Oak Golf Club founder, and I agree with that totally. Big shout out to Mossy Oak, and also Randy Jones and Associates, Jason Simpson. You can call him for all your insurance needs.
I think Plainview's got a little more pep in their step right here.
They do, and free throws are going to be a big key down the stretch. Going in some flex action here. Back screen, side screen, flare screen. Tough pass. There's Whitmore, and he's going to attack. This is the guy they've got to get some shots. Tyson Sexton has been somewhat absent lately. Why is that? He was out of the game, but...
Well, I think he's been doing a lot of ball handling, especially early in the press break. Plainview trying to get back in the game by pressing. I think Tyson has kind of been carrying that early load in that press break.
Trying to get a quick bucket for Parker Bell coming off that.
Plainview's turned it up here, Bart.
They have turned it up defensively, and there's Whitmire. Ball out of bounds. Scottsboro, the Plainview intensity and on-ball defense has increased, and those passing lanes are not there as they were early for Scottsboro. They've got a hole. This will be free throws. Whitmire and Heyman tying up down low. Boy, a matchup of two tough guards there, Whitmore and Heyman.
No doubt.
Whew.
No doubt. Whitmore's just really consistently made the right play all night long. And let's see if he can make some free throws here.
Free throws will be a key. Oh, my. Looks good for a long time. It's a big front-end miss right there, Jason Yarbrough.
Tyler Shelton, he's all over the place. He just couldn't get it back in bounds for Scottsboro. Big possession.
Sorry, Jason. Coach Jason Bell has got to be, he's just encouraging these guys, keep getting stops. And that's what they do, defend and rebound. Here's Sexton Smith. Good hands. Tyson Sexton's got really good long hands.
He sure does.
Sneaky good defender. And he's taking it on to guard Luke Smith. Did you see Parker Bell and that screen off to get the bucket? How cerebral was that to have his teammate?
Coach's son.
Heyman around the ball screen to White. Maybe Whitmore bailed him out there. Tough pass. Not sure Robbie Coker wants Landon White catching it that far out. You know, it's funny you said that. Here comes Whitmore here. Look at Parker Bell. Have hands up and block out the way. Kind of like similar to a pick play in football. Now we got a lot of football listeners out there. Some of you might be mad because there's basketball on. Well, we can have basketball during football season, can't we, Doug?
Well,
right?
I don't know, Bart. I like football as well, but it's basketball season.
It is basketball season. There's a little nip in the air. It's a little cold outside. We like basketball. And we've got a 6-point game here at Supreme Courts, folks. It was 22 earlier. And in about a span of 3.5 minutes, it's down to 6. That's the power of Plainview and just how quickly they can turn a game around. And there's Parker Bell. He's going and being a receiver. That's a great pitch to Roberts. This would be a big one. Shots not falling for Scottsboro like they were early. Haven't played a game. Fatigue could be becoming a factor.
Seems to be the case late here, Bart.
There it is. Luke Smith, and that's a foul.
Great pass.
Well, that handback action and Luke getting downhill, he's really deadly from the top getting downhill going right.
He really is, Bart. He reminds me of Leor Berman, formerly of Mountain Brook, when they'd run that pitch game. Very similar, getting downhill right, making the right decision. Really good pass there.
Big free throws here coming up for Sawyer Fraley. Big miss, and there's Parker Bell. Look at Parker Bell getting that rebound. Unfortunate. Yeah.
They're not going to let one go, I guarantee you. It's a loose ball. Scottsboro's headed for it.
Robbie Coker pacing those sidelines, looking at his sheet, trying to find the right play to draw up to get this thing to a one-possession game, folks. Bucket here, and it's a one-possession game. Jonah Williams, no good, and here's Parker Bell where he's his best. That
chippy. Getting a little chippy here.
A little chippy. Parker Bell didn't like it. No easy baskets.
Not this late.
Down the stretch. This is somewhat of a rivalry game, I would think, even though these guys hadn't played. You know, they've probably always talked about it. You know, you run in circles in different places when you're around areas, and this is a game that these players have wanted to play, don't you think?
I think so. You know, hey, it's number 2, 5A Scottsboro, number 1, 3A Plainview. All right, there's a lot of pride on the line here.
That's 4 missed free throws, counting 1-and-1s for Scottsboro. Will it become a key? There's a big three-pointer. Bob Wilburn didn't go in. Scottsboro fortunate to get the ball back. 6-point game, as you can see, 5:22 to go. Roberts has been a huge asset for Scottsboro tonight, handling the pressure by himself, and oh my. I think it was.
No comment. Let's see if they can make some free throws here.
Yeah, making free throws here is going to be a huge key. You can't start missing them. It's like a waterfall, you know, and then it starts getting into your teammate's head. But this guy right here has been the star of stars tonight for Scottsboro. Ethan Roberts
It's been solid.
has
Very
been, from my estimation, the biggest surprise coming in. Saw him playing hard, but his scoring capability this year is something that haven't seen as much before. 8-point game, 5 minutes to go. Both teams in the bonus. Scottsboro will be in the double bonus, and there goes White. That's a pretty good finish, Jason.
long finish.
Sexton to Bell. Beats the pressure.
Wow.
It's a great take. How about the lefty on the glass? Jamison Gray, another offensive rebound. Scottsboro, it's back to an 8-point lead with 4:45 to go.
Notice who made the play there, Bart. Zero. Hadn't been on the floor a ton tonight. Fresh legs. Followed the play up with a bucket. Big time.
Fresh legs. Long has been around the bucket, getting his hands on some things, and finally gets the feel, gets the bucket to go in. Luke Stash Smith, approaching 25 points in this game.
Oh, he's got 25.
He's been the star.
Make him when you're tired.
Well, and the thing about it for a scorer like Luke, to be able to have to go ahead and get a lot of those buckets, I mean, they won't probably play a team this talented in their class, Jason.
No, not in 3A.
If so, I haven't seen it yet, so shout out to all you 3As out there. Prove us wrong.
There you go.
But Scottsboro has been the aggressor, and Plainview shows why they are who they are. Might have got away with offensive foul. Excellent recognition there by Gray. There's Bell. He's in the corner. First shot of the night for Walker. Knocks it down. Devon Walker with a huge three-pointer to get the lead back to 9.
Great passers make great shooters. Parker Bell with the excellent delivery.
You know what he did, Jason, kind of like what I do? He trusted his teammate. Watch him trust his teammate right here. He made the right play, and it worked out. He had confidence.
I like it. Those are supposed to go in.
They are supposed to go in. Coach Jason Bell animated on the sidelines. He's getting his right personnel in. There's Roberts. What a pass right there, Roberts again. Excellent pass. How about the last couple of minutes for Jamison Gray, number 0 for Scottsboro?
He's been big.
He's been huge. He's another one of those X Factors. Coach Bell is out on the floor wanting to guard somebody, yelling at his team. Smith down low, and that's a tired miss. Scottsboro still pressing. They got numbers. There's a bounce pass. Bell, and this, Bobby Coker may have to get a timeout here. Leads back to 13. Scottsboro has flipped the mo. Parker Bell, Parker Bell, Parker Bell. What a steal.
He's everywhere.
Scottsboro's got theirs. That right there could be the dagger, folks. Scottsboro goes on a 12-0 run of their own. It's a 16-point game. Tyson Sexton with a big shot.
Every bucket in that run right there, Bart, was led from an unselfish pass.
It 100% was. Good move
Nice
there
move.
by Luke Smith. He's not going to quit. 14-point game. 3 minutes to go. Tyson Sexton, nice bounce pass to his partner, teammate Parker Bell. That's a bucket. Scottsboro up 14. Want to shout out our sponsors one more time, folks, and we'll be with them, mention them after the game too. But Mossy Oak Golf Club. Check out mossyoakgolf.com to see just how special this North Mississippi secret is. I'm actually a member at Old Waverly over in West Point, about 5 minutes outside of West Point, and it's beautiful country. It's just like we have over here in Northeast and Northwest Alabama, but there just happens to be two world-renowned golf courses. 1999 Women's Open was at Old Waverly. Remember Julie Inkster won. And it's a beautiful, beautiful place. It's private, and then Mossy Oak is the public course. You got to check it out. You can go stay, lodging, tea times. It's high level. And you can go catching Bulldogs if you want to. I'll plug in there for my Bulldogs.
It's kind of close. It's across the state line, though.
Randy Jones and Associates. Jason Simpson, folks. You need to give Jason Simpson a call for all your insurance needs. 256-878-3271. Thanks to Ashley for getting us our AdWorks. Jason Simpson. Randy Jones and Associates. Ball into Bell. Throws it up to. That's his game. He didn't miss me with those. Look at Whitmire. They're making all the little plays now, Jason.
Yeah, Whitmire, he's been there all night for him.
Luke Smith.
Luke's not going away. Just time is of the essence here.
So Scottsboro up 16, actually. 74-58. Luke Smith at the line. It may be at the 14 here, but Scottsboro can run clock. They make free throws. They're ahead comfortably. Might be a little too much for the 3A Bears to overcome.
They're going to need some quick turnovers here, Bart. They may run out of time.
Look for a run out here. Yep, they worked on this all day, and it's just basically throw it to your receiver. Parker Bell was trying to get the finish. Didn't. Should have gotten to his jump stop. Luke Smith. Look at Tyson. Parker Bell again. He's got at least 5 or 6 steals tonight. There's Roberts. That's a block probably. Golly. Scottsboro pressuring in the backcourt. 14-point game, as you see. Actual score is 74-60. There's 2 minutes to go. Dylan Gary Heyman going to go to the line. And Coach Bell can taste it over there. Getting him a big swig of water.
Do you play the foul game here this early, Bart?
Absolutely.
If you're Plainview.
Absolutely, I play the foul game. I find out who I want to play. The problem is, who's it going to be? A lot of the free throw shooters for Scottsboro, I think you would trust. But as you see, Coach Bell going smaller to get his free throw shooters in the game.
I wouldn't know who to foul for Scottsboro. They all look like capable shooters for sure.
Well, and the thing is, yes, capable shooters, but also the toughness that they've shown tonight. I mean, I'm not fouling 3 or 2.
No.
But I'm probably not fouling 10 or 21 either.
Yeah, 10's been great.
We haven't seen Walker shoot it a lot, so he might get some play there. Excellent hesitation dribble by Roberts. 2 minutes to go, 74-62, the Wildcats. A lot may be surprised with this score. Not Hyche hoops. We knew how good Scottsboro was coming in. Coach Jason Bell, watching his team prepare, they absolutely came ready to play and punched Plainview in the mouth early, and that is the difference right now.
Yeah, Plainview used a ton of energy in that last run. Cut it to 6. Couldn't get over the hump. Been some big shots made by Scottsboro down the stretch. Looks like they're going to make their free throws as well.
Yeah, 14 with 2 to go is very difficult to overcome. Luke Smith's just going to keep going and trying to get buckets. There's Jonah. Tough night for Jonah Williams, Jason. Oh, and that's an intentional foul. That's an intentional foul. He's not going to call it intentional, and I kind of like that. But there was a little tug of the jersey there. But you got to stop him.
2 young men competing right there. Yeah, both those guys are definite competitors, definite dogs.
Parker Bell. Watched him for, this is the 3rd year watching this kid, and he's one of those kids, Jason, that he gets better every time I see him play. Who does he remind you of?
Off the top of my head,
off the top of your head. I'm interested to hear this.
Well, we were talking about his rebounding stats earlier today.
Heyman hits the 3. Go ahead.
We were talking to Fat Lever. There's a blast from the past.
Fat? You just brought out the Fat Lever.
The fat lever
How
from
good was that guy?
86.
Nugs.
He started in the All-Star game with Magic
The
Johnson.
Nuggets, right?
Yes.
So that's one of Dub's Nugs. That's going to be our new segment, folks. Dub's Nugs. That's a nugget from Jason Yarbrough this evening with the fat lever call. Look him up if you don't know who he is. I think there'll be some video from a little bit before our day.
Yeah.
But Parker Bell. But Jason, if this stays the same, who's the player of the game for Scottsboro? Who do we interview? We don't have enough. We don't have enough headset. Jake said we did have 5 headsets. I don't know if we need to get them all down here. We have 4. I've just been informed. Bring them all down here. We'll have 2 guys. And Coach Bell. But it's just to watch these kids come out. People were down on them. And Plainview hasn't played their best game. But Scottsboro's had a lot. It's a cliche, but Scottsboro's pretty much had everything to do with that.
They have. They come out and hit Plainview in the mouth first. Now Plainview had their moments, but right now it's looking tough for Plainview.
Well, just the tenacity with pressure to not be rattled. It's been amazing to me that Coach Bell has just said, you know what, we're going to throw it in here to this corner wherever you want to allow us to. And he's run action off of that with back cuts, and they've been getting their Sexton and Bell into open transition, and that's what we talked about. Back to Hyche's hints. Scottsboro has got the timely rebounds that they've needed. They've gotten out in transition. They've been them, and they've played their game better than Plainview's played theirs.
They have, Bart. Just looking at Scottsboro 1 through 7, their top 4 guys are excellent ball handlers, excellent, strong with the ball. I've been blown away at how Sexton, Whitmire, those guys compete against the dribble. And they make you earn every dribble.
That's what I noticed the other day, and I think that is, I know people hate to hear this, but it's the 6A difference. Look at that great set. And everything's downhill that they run. And that's a great pass. Excellent pass, and that, folks, may do it. That's Parker Bell with another assist. I said he could have close to a triple-double. I can't wait to see those stats after the game as Luke Smith continues. He's going to have a 35, 40-point night.
I think he's over 30 right now, Bart.
Oh, good hands right there. Charged. Okay. Minute 14. A quick 3 here as Robbie Coker's going offense-defense as Griggs, 3-point shooter, and Landon White.
You're not going to see Plainview give up, I promise.
Oh, no.
Scottsboro is in total control right now.
Heyman drives in. Could be down to a 10-point lead here. I think we should have, I think we should have a lot more games like this. I hope folks at home, if you've enjoyed this broadcast, that our great crew, shout out to my boy Jake, Randy, Mike, Donnie, and Seth. They may sound like the new kids on the block, but they're the best production guys I know. Eagle Productions. Heyman trying to get it to 10. Barring a couple of turnovers, Jason, it's going to be really tough.
Just don't know if they have the time. They got to have some turnovers here.
All right, extra possession. Good effort, Luke Smith. Again, how good has Luke Smith been tonight, Jason? I know we're talking about these Scottsboro guys, but he's got to be a top 5 player in the state.
I would think he's up there for sure. His versatility's, he keeps getting better.
I'm talking about the senior class, but he has shown me enough tonight. Someone needs to get on him in a D1 clip. There's Griggs with a foul. Harm, no loss. Ty, such a great kid.
Luke is definitely going to open some eyes this year. I can't believe he hadn't already, but he's had a good night tonight for Plainview.
Well, I'm interviewing this guy on the line after the game.
Okay.
I just made that's a decision that, he has played outstanding this evening, Jason. Mr. Ethan Roberts, only a junior.
Yeah, he's played great.
Post-game show will be brought to you by Hyche Hoops. Interview the kids and the winning coach. That's an and one. That's a big bucket right there. This thing down to 8.
Yeah, Luke's going to have close to 40, I think.
I think you're exactly right.
I look forward to looking at
Just
stat sheet.
how dominant will he be in 3A? My goodness. Reminds me of a guy that we played with in high school that a lot of people might not remember, named Chad Murray.
Very similar.
Very similar players, pass, dribble, rebound, shoot, but just a dog. Just is not going to quit. Is going to keep coming at you. Star of stars tonight for Plainview, Luke Smith. Coach Jason Bell making sure his defense is set up. He's constantly coaching. What a big win this would be for him. Alumni at Plainview. Moving up to Scottsboro, been so gracious to us, and has Robbie Coker. Everybody knows Robbie's a good friend of ours, but Coach Bell doesn't get the due he's deserved, or the credit he deserves, man. He has rebuilt this program into a contender, and
they're a tough out.
They are
a tough out.
And you see Denton Johnson over there, he's got to be thinking the same thing as they're 1 and 2 in Class 5A. Smith over to Griggs. They need that one to go in. It does not. And there's White out to Heyman. They got to have this one, and there'll be a timeout. No timeout. 7-point game. Look at Parker Bell. So cerebral. Didn't get rattled. Started running the end line. Didn't have it. So, Jason, Hyche's hints. Did Scottsboro dominate the glass? I wouldn't say dominate.
No, but probably won the rebounding war. But no, they weren't dominant.
Did they limit runs through ball security?
I think their ball security has been the key to what they've been doing all night.
100%. And transition for them has definitely been king, turning the Plainview pressure against them and attacking after those first couple of passes.
Yeah, they've done a great job breaking the press all night. It's been phenomenal.
6 Wildcats with the lead. Coach Jason Bell drawing up his last play. We got 4 across here. Let's see what kind of action we have.
Run out.
Whitmire throwing it in, little curl screen run out, trying to get it into Sexton, and they had a back screen if they didn't need it. Get it off the floor right there. And Jonah Williams with the foul. Boy, almost had a steal right there.
Yeah, I think Mr. Sexton right there, he went between his legs just out of habit, and that's just not a good place for it. So he's lucky that they give him the foul.
Sexton has been solid tonight, but he's usually always solid. I'm telling you, this Scottsboro team, don't sleep. They're hungry. They play. I don't know that I've seen a team that plays bigger than they are in a long time, other than this Scottsboro team. Would you agree with that?
They do. They're limited in size, really.
They are. They are.
But I mean, they contest every dribble. They're all aggressive. Really fun team to watch. Been very impressive.
Heyman, that's an and one. Heyman's really good getting in there. But 3A teams will have a tough time with this Plainview bunch, and I picked this Plainview bunch to repeat in 3A, even though they're going to start this season 0-2.
I don't know who. I'd like to see the team that's going to beat them in 3A.
Well, as I think
they're only going to get better.
They're only going to get better, and they'll only shorten the things that they do. You know, Robbie Coker's having to do some different things this year than he has. He's got more length. He doesn't have that just scoring point guard, and there's a jump ball, and that's going to be Scottsboro ball with 20 seconds to go.
You haven't seen the run out yet.
You calling for the run out? Dub's calling for the run out. Still got timeouts left. There's the sophomore. I mean, everybody for Scottsboro has been pretty much solid tonight. Tyler Shelton will go to the line. What a great day.
It's been a great day.
I mean,
Been a great day. Great game.
Great game, great day, great crowd, great basketball, great launch of Hyche Hoops. HycheHoops.com. We'll be going live Sunday with the podcast. The domains are set up, the logos are done. We're ready to roll and bring you some more basketball.
We'll have some interesting guests, to say the least.
There will be some interesting guests, but you think people will listen because we're interesting people. And you'll be on there. You're a character. Luke's going to pull that one. Oh, wow. That may go in. Look at Parker Bell.
Well, here's what I'm going to do, Bart. I think you're going to have number 10, Ethan Roberts.
Okay.
I think you're going to have number 2, Tyson Sexton.
Okay.
And I'm going to give you my headset for number 3, Parker Bell. So we have a try play of the game.
Maybe that's one of the reasons that we were decent playing ball together, because that's exactly, not making it up, what I was thinking. And Whitmore's played great.
Yeah.
A couple of guys for Scottsboro have to get. Jamison Gray came in and gave great couple of minutes at a very crucial time in the game. But, they were our players to watch, and they delivered. So they deserve to be here. But Ethan Roberts played his way right into one of these seats as well. We may have to go get a couple of seats. But I'm hoping we can figure that out.
I think you can.
And then I'll bring you back in, and we'll interview Coach Jason Bell when we get done with the kids.
Absolutely.
As the na chants are starting up in Northeast Alabama, the Scottsboro Wildcats about to go 1-0 and defeat the Plainview Bears. It's black and gold night on the mountain. The Scottsboro Wildcats with a victory, 86-77. You've been watching Hyche Hoops on WOTM, but we will come back with interviews with our players of the game and Coach Jason Bell. Hyche Hoops will be right back. Folks, back live here, Bart Hyche with our 3 players of the game. We had 3 guys play so well that we didn't have a choice but to include all of them. You've seen 2 of them on our graphics, Tyson Sexton, Parker Bell, but we had to include Ethan Roberts tonight. The game that you played, it was kind of the X factor. We weren't expecting just so much scoring out of you. How does it feel to sit over here with a victory, but know that you contributed at an extremely high level the way you did?
It feels great because we put in so much work this whole preseason, and it just feels good.
Well, man, I thought y'all were all over the floor. Tyson, I'll go to you next. You got your in-between game going, but what was turning Plainview's pressure against them, was that one of the focuses? Because it looked like y'all had a lot of screening action going on and stuff to try to get you guys the ball closer up the floor so you could go and try to finish.
Well, we watched them play against Huntsville, and we knew that they was going to pretty much press the entire game. And I don't think we didn't really practice for the press. We just work on our press break, and Coach Bud, he calls it a press offense because we're supposed to score off of it.
100%.
So, it was really just second nature. I mean, they did get us a couple times when they trapped us in the corner, but, we overcame it and stuff like that. But I think we was just playing, for real.
Oh, man, y'all played, but you were business-like when you walked in, Parker. That's what I noticed, and I shouted it out during the game. I asked in that room in there, Tyson, you'll remember, with Coach Bell and Parker, I said, when is that Plainview get? And I didn't even get it out of my mouth, and Parker Bell goes, November 10th, 7 o'clock, Spring Court. Why was this game so important for Scottsboro basketball and for you?
It was just
Speak up so everybody can hear you now.
Obviously, it was the first game, so it's important. But we were working so hard all the preseason to get ready for this game, and it was a hard-fought victory.
Well, my bold prediction before the game about your boy here, I said that for Scottsboro to win, he will approach a triple-double, and I think he may have come close to that. But guys, so in your own words, what's the expectation now moving forward? The season has started like you want to. What do y'all have to do to progress from? I'm going to go from now till Christmas with you. What do y'all have to do to gel by going into January in area play?
We got to learn how to close because, there was 3 points out of this game where we was up by 20-plus points, and we let them creep back in. So I feel like getting in the area play, going to the second part of the season, we got to learn how to stay on people's throat and just keep going and close games and stuff like that. We finished pretty well, but we just got to learn how to close games and just stay like that the entire time.
You do, and the second key high chant we focused on was the fact that ball security and limiting runs. I thought y'all did a really good job with that. But rebounding, taking care of the basketball, making open shots early, it was a big deal. But what is this team after your first game, Parker? What do you guys got to get better at that you saw?
I think probably defense, them scoring almost 80 points. They're a good team, but, we just need to work harder on defense, especially when we're tired towards the end of the half and quarters and stuff.
It's a pretty big focus, defense is at Scottsboro, and you get in trouble if you let your man go to a strong hand, don't you?
Yes.
I've noticed that. That's a big emphasis. So, Ethan, I'll finish with you, man. Stars tonight. Could you have written a better script for the opening of your junior, right?
Yes,
your
sir.
Junior season.
No, I can't. It feels so good because, like I said earlier, we put in all this work, and now it's coming and doing good things for us. So now we just got to keep going the rest of the season.
Well, if you guys, thank y'all for joining us, man. I've loved working with y'all. I'm going to try to get up to the mountain and do a game, but Scottsboro Wildcats, folks, if you weren't a believer before tonight, I think you need to be now. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back with Coach Jason Bell, and we will close this thing out. Enjoyed it, guys. Go enjoy the win.
Appreciate it.
Back live, folks, to close out the evening here at Supreme Courts. What a great evening in Gunnersville. And we are joined by winning coach, Coach Jason Bell. Coach, I'll let you go and talk about your team's performance real quick before we get into particulars.
You know, first and foremost, we're glad and fortunate to get the win, but hats off to Plainview and Luke Smith. It seemed like he had about 60. I think it was actually about 40. Hats off to him. We knew that they were good and we knew they could shoot, but I mean, we did enough, did what we had to do down the stretch, made enough free throws to win. You know, I kept thinking a couple of times we were 2 or 3 buckets away from maybe stretching it out, and they would come back. But a great game, great effort by both teams, and it's one that we're glad to win.
Jason.
I thought how your approach defensively early on set the tone. Y'all jumped those the dribble handoffs, the ball screens. I'm sure it was by design, but just it seemed like y'all came up with every loose ball.
Well, I mean, that's kind of been our MO a little bit, you know, the last couple of years. But, you know, the thing is, we are so much alike, us and Plainview.
Fair.
They do the same thing. They defend really hard. They get loose balls. But, you know, we got gritty kids. They got gritty kids. I don't, you know, it doesn't seem like that to me. It seemed like they probably come up with more than we did. But you know, we get after it. They get after it. We're just, again, fortunate enough to win and good, you know, glad to get the loose balls we got.
How about Ethan Roberts tonight? Talk about that kid.
Man, Ethan last year as a sophomore, you know, it got to the point where toward the end of the season, every time the ball left his hands, the whole bench stood up, and his nickname is Bacon, and everybody just started hollering Bacon because we felt like it was going to go in every single time he shot it. The kid has gotten better as a 7th grader. If you'd have told me he'd have been on the varsity as a 10th grader, or maybe even as a junior, I would have laughed at you. He's worked his butt off, and he come up big. He's just a gritty kid.
Well, your stars were stars. We mentioned that, you know, in him, but even Jamison Gray made a couple of huge plays in a very important part of the game down the stretch. Talk about those not the players to watch that we focused on. Everybody knows about Parker. Everybody knows about Tyson.
Right.
What about the other guys and their contribution tonight?
Well,
Seth especially.
Yeah, I mean, Seth is kind of the X factor. We talked about that before, and he's going to usually guard the other team's best player. And you know, Tyler Shelton came in, and he played well as a sophomore, started the game, first varsity start for him. Devon Walker came in and hit a huge 3 in the corner, played really good on-ball defense. I didn't realize he had even had 4 fouls, much less 5, but I got to do a better job. But, you know, our other guy, and Jamison just now, you came and watched the scrimmage the other night, Jamison didn't play. I mean, he just got cleared, and we probably played him too much, but it was out of necessity. Played well. I mean, he got some big rebounds, and he's still kind of coming into his own, but he played well.
You got one more for Coach Jason?
And I think y'all are definitely a contender in 5A for sure. Y'all are going to be a tough out. So I look forward to watching y'all get to where you're going.
Well, I appreciate that, and we got to tighten some things up on the defensive end and on the glass, and, you know, our kids are going to do it. They're going to work and try to correct what we need to correct, and then they're going to get after it. Fun group to coach.
Well, Jonathan Hyde mentioned it at halftime, and we want to shout you out. Thanks so much for coming up here and playing, man. You know, a lot of people – I was in the car with him when he called you and got the commitment, and he was so excited, and we could tell that you were excited as well. Before we get out of here, how important is this? And we talked about this in our interview, but how important is Supreme Courts for Northeast Alabama basketball?
Well, I mean, just what you guys did tonight is unlike anything that I think has ever been done. I don't remember ever a game being at a neutral site that wasn't a tournament that was just, you know, to open our season, their second game. I mean, this is awesome. Win or lose, I told our kids to enjoy the moment because there might not ever be a moment quite like this one. Awesome job that you guys did, first class. I mean, everybody was kind of wondering how it was going to be set up, but it worked, man. It worked.
It did work. We couldn't have done it without you. Congratulations to your team, the Scottsboro Wildcats, and your players got one of these, and so we'll show everybody.
Hey, Bart, whenever you're ready, you can throw it out.
HycheHoops.com T-shirt, Coach. Congratulations.
I
That's your
appreciate
victory. I want you to wear it to practice.
I will, absolutely, man. Thank you. Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Coach.
Thank you.
Coach Jason Bell joining us, and folks, we're going to shut it down here and take one more break, and then we'll close it out at the very end.